we're going to be talking about this guy, P320 Wilson Combat. So here we are. I got the Wilson Combat Grip X Compact. All right, I love this thing. So let's talk about some of the fundamentals. All right, the Wilson Combat Grip has a lot of grip involved in regards to its ergonomics. This thing, when you grip it, it's almost like gripping fine sandpaper. And I know that may seem like it's uncomfortable in a sense, but when you grip this thing, it is not leaving your hand. I promise you. It's like sticky tape, all right? So when you grip it, it's like gripping the power of the gods with Zeus's thunderbolt. This thing, whether it's raining, snowing, doesn't matter. I love the fact that when I put my hands on it, it's not leaving, okay? It's not sliding around if my hands get all sweaty or nothing like that because I'm training hard. So it does have an enhanced trigger guard opening, which I like a lot. Other thing that it has is a beefed up magazine release, which is freaking phenomenal. And when you hold it, it's a lot more better positioned than the standard P320X compact frame that originally comes on it. So that is one pro that I see a lot of guys say that they like, that they can't reciprocate with the original. If there is a way, let me know in the comments, because as far as I'm concerned, I haven't seen it. But they love the beefed up magazine release because it's a lot easier to press. It's actually closer to your thumb than you think. Like, look how close it is. It's like, it's right there. All right. So another thing in regards to the P320X compact I like is they have the night sights on. All right, there is different versions, which I didn't know. Okay, because I bought mine online because you can't find it in the store anywhere. So there is different versions, and there's a newer and an older version, which depends when you put an optic on if you're gonna take your rear sight off or leave your rear sight on, which you can tell by the top. It'll just look up the different versions. This is the type here that when you take this rear sight off, you can put your optic on, but then you only have your optic and your front sight, okay? The other style is, this design is different where you can leave the rear sight on and put your optic on. So if you buy it online, look up the manufacturer stuff and make sure that it is the version you want, okay? I'm not opposed to having my rear sight on because I personally don't really use it as it is because I always combat aim through the front sight and I crush stuff that way. So when I do put an optic on at some point, all of a sudden, I don't care about my back optic because I'm not used to using it anyway. I'm just used to putting two eyes on the green dot right there and crushing it, all right? It has a flat trigger, which is my favorite, all right? So you guys are crushing it with that. They have a nice takedown lever, nice and beefed up. Everything is really smooth, and I just like the gun in general. The characteristics are pretty good. The ergonomics are good. I was a little skeptical because I held other P320 models or SIG models, and I didn't like how heavy they were because it was like a freaking weight, like a brick in my hand, because I was always used to carrying a Glock 19. So when I got this online, I always say do your research first, and I actually went to hold someone else's in person to make sure this is what I wanted. And when I hold it, it's freaking sweet. It's just as much as the Glock, at least for ounce wise, as far as I'm concerned. And without the magazine, it's got good weight. All the weight is pretty much just in the slide. And this is back to the polymer, so they did really good with that. All right. It does cover all three amigos down here. All right. So you don't got to worry about that. I can do my light if I need to. Honestly, there's nothing bad I actually can say about this gun. It does got a grip in the front for the Wilson Combat carriers, okay? I like the two-tone. The sights in the back, I guess I can have a con here. I believe they could be upgraded. They're two white small dots, if you guys can see that, because your focus is going to be on the front side anyway, so I'm sure there's aftermarket parts. The gun shoots fine. It's right out the box. I was crushing rounds through this, and it's very easy to control. I guess one con that I'm still not used to yet is where to put my thumb placement. The Glock, I usually like to have my wrist forward like that and shoot this way. But with this gun particularly, I think because the difference of both the slide and the grip module is when I do put my hands here, my thumb is usually resting like in this weird pocket, okay, like so. And that's kind of like how I'm aiming, which is cool in a sense of where it's at. And I guess maybe it's just something I got to get used to, because when I hold my Glock, it doesn't feel that way. But it also makes it a little challenging in a sense that I have to back off of that to activate my light. All right, so I guess that's one con. Not really sure how that can be fixed, but it may be just something I have to get used to, because I'm still getting used to shooting it, running and gunning, and so forth. So, again, that is your P320X Compact mini review. If you guys want a more detailed version, I can break it down to you, but I mean, over basic functionality and lightweight, it holds 15 rounds, so just the same as the Glock. You can get an extended magazine, but from what I've read, the extended magazine does not work with the Wilson Combat frame. Okay, the standard frame it works well with, which for this Wilson Combat, it's $30 that you can buy online. It's a real simple, easy install. Takedown pin is the only thing that you're installing from one grip module to the next, and everything else just kind of seats in there. So it doesn't take long to assemble. It is a tight fit, but $30, people like it. There's not very many that said they didn't, opposed to maybe them not being used to how much grip there actually is, because it's built for combat. I'll just say that. So this is a heavy duty bone crusher, all right? If you guys want in depth, let me know exactly what you want to know, and maybe I can get more in depth into it. As far as the holster is concerned, I got the X-Fios V2 holster. It fits in there like a glove. Can't get any better than that. Okay, so there's that side. Has plenty of room for your grip. All right. So when I do go to grip the gun like so, I can wrap my hands nicely underneath, and I can present the gun. Have the extended sights in case I do put a red dot to co-witness. You guys know about Tier 1 Concealed. They make great holsters as it is. I have no issues with this one. And if you're asking for the simple fact of why I didn't go with the extra magazine on the side, it's simply because I have one for my Glock. It's nice, but I want to get more into carrying just the pistol itself with 15 rounds and maybe a spare on my left side, not so much in front of me. I want to carry it on my left side where it's out the way, or maybe two that's out the way on my left side, and then a blade over here. And I want to kind of play around with my setups and what exactly I like. So I ended up going with just the holster itself. It doesn't come with the extra magazine carrier. So you guys have to look on their website if you guys are into that. Just me personally, I'm trying to convert to having more with what I got on my belt as an everyday carry person and a first responder for myself, family, so on and so forth. Let me guys know if you have any extra questions. As always, like and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. We're going to be uploading stuff and coming out with new projects on the website, directassetdynamics.net. Let me know what you guys want to see. As always, be an asset. Get out there and crush it.